Hi, Starseeds, and welcome to your weekly message. I'm going to be recording this for the week of February 3rd through February 9th, but I think going forward, I'm going to drop the dates in your weekly message just because I feel what comes through can be timeless for, a lot of different people. So I'll tell you when I'm recording the video just so you have a sense when you watch it. But, this message is truly timeless. And for this reading, we're going to be talking about Blue Flame Love. But I just want to give a shout out of congratulations to the winner of the Starseed giveaway for last week's reading, and that was Yvonne Kane. So she has responded and claimed her prize. I am going to be doing another giveaway in the video that I upload after this one. It's going to be about love messages. So if you're interested in that giveaway, watch that video. But also, my birthday is in March. So towards the end of February, all through March, I'm going to be doing a ton of giveaways as a way to give back and show my appreciation to all my subscribers for supporting me and watching all my videos and sending me lots of love. So be prepared in March. I'm going to be doing a lot of giveaways, so you will have a chance to win something that I hope will be special to you guys. All right, so let's get right into your reading. And this week, I want to talk about Blue Flame Love, and I do apologize that this reading is coming out a little bit late. There's just so much crazy going on in the world right now. It truly, really just breaks my heart. It's just, you guys understand. You guys feel it too, and so it took me a little bit to get myself centered and back into those positive vibes of optimism and all of those things. So, Blue flame love, what is it? Well, this says, blue flame, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Now, as I talk about this blue flame love, I do not want it to be confused with twin flame stuff whatsoever, because this frequency of love has nothing to do with that energy. In fact, this is not even a romantic love that we're talking about. Blue flame love is a very high frequency of love energy that we are all connected into, and just depending on your different collectives is the different frequency in which you receive that blue flame love, and it's all very high. All right, but what this is, that is your strength in those weakest moments that pulls you through. That is the compassion inside of you when, everybody has turned against you, nobody has been there for you, but you still find it in yourself to give and be there for others who are in need or in a worse circumstance than yourself. And this right here, this energy, even though it's always there, not many people are really connected into it or actually receive it and are able to work with that frequency. Starseeds, you guys are an exception to that just because of your vibration is higher in general, and also those who are highly spiritually evolved also work with this energy. And now this energy definitely can be experienced through different connections and relationships in the earth plane. Through family members, through friendships, through spiritual connections. And for some of you, this will be experienced through a romantic connection. However, I need to let you know with this is not going to be in a connection where there's betrayal, there's lies, there's disconnection, there's back and forth filled with all these life lessons and soul lessons that you are meant to experience with somebody. That's not this love, okay? That's twin flame love. That's karmic love. That's, a different frequency, a different experience that has nothing to do with this. So if you experience this with another human being, you and this person are typically always in a harmonious flow. Doesn't mean that you always agree and that you never argue or anything like that. But this energy is not that of harm or destruction. It is the energy of building up, healing, and elevating. So, some of you, this will come through romantically, and it's not, again, with somebody who hurts you, who lies to you, who plays games with you, back and forth, ghosting you. That is not this energy at all on any level. And so I just really want to make that clear. And I say that because of, all the comments that I get on twin flame videos I do, love videos that I do. This love is something quite different, and I've been, connecting into it, trying to understand it deeper, incorporating it into my own life and my own existence, because 5 years ago, I had no concept of what this meant. This love is not jealous. It is not controlling. It is not possessive. It is not about ego. This is unconditional love. But it's a whole nother level than that. It's because with unconditional love, sometimes there can be an element of a lack of wisdom in that, okay? This is not only unconditional, but there's this level of discernment and wisdom that comes with this. And this is where somebody has mastered their self, their emotional body. Doesn't mean they don't feel, but they've mastered those emotions. So when they're being triggered, when they're really being attacked, they're not going to like negatively react. Their natural inclination is to rise higher. This energy is just not many people work with this energy right now in Earth on existence at this time. A lot of people are not evolved enough to understand this, and even me, myself, I barely can barely touch this, okay? Because of the level of evolution of one's soul that this requires to fully incorporate and work with very, very strongly. And starseeds, you guys naturally, just because of where you come from, what you are, this is within you right from birth. And it's what gets you through. It's what has always carried you, and your collective is always connected to you, through this it's not an ethereal cord, but that's like how I'm seeing it. And it's like always projected to you. And the more that you awaken and become aware of yourself and evolve into the true depth of what you are, that reaching that highest frequency of what you are at your lowest in your collective, when you exist there, like, this is you become more and more and more into this energy, and it becomes who and what you are. And if you notice, there's all these crystals standing around this one in the middle. That's you, and these are like everybody else. That's you. That's what you're here to do, is to grab that energy, to anchor it down, to truly understand it. And as you evolve, expand, and awaken more of yourself, you become more in this frequency, which allows you to align to others who are also in this frequency. And again, this could be through friends, through family connections, through romance, but this is not an energy that hurts you and harms you. This is not a frequency of love that's meant to grow you, expand you, and evolve you. This is a frequency of love that's meant to carry you, to support you, to heal you, to always allow you that higher level of discernment in all things, okay? It's almost like the justice card in the tarot, where it's like, they say justice is blind. It's not about an emotion, a humanized emotion. Romance, the fairy tale of, we love each other through bazillion lifetimes and it's the same. So like, it's not that fairy tale energy. There's not romance around this, even though it can be experienced through a romantic connection. This is not a humanized form of love. This is a frequency. And I don't know why Spirit's like wanting me to be so like differentiating between the two, because it's just like you can experience this in a romance, but this is not like a romantic love, if that makes sense. So let's pull some, we're going to put this back in and see if it comes out, but let's pull some cards and see, what Spirit wants to talk to us about this blue flame love and how it is meant to be experienced in your life, other than your collective, the different people that you will meet in this lifetime and others that you will meet, where you will activate them to their higher frequency so they can begin to tap into this. So we have trust, and look at, that's card 33. Willpower, card 36. And soul vessel, card 28. And if you notice, this is like the blue flame right here. It stems from the heart space, the heart chakra, but there's that higher discernment where it's not attached to like romantic love, to life lessons, to soul lessons. That's not the frequency of this energy. It's truly meant to, like, activate you, heal you, support you, carry you, rise you into just this higher understanding where it's not about emotions. Because the hard thing about being in the human form is we feel everything emotionally, and therefore who we love, who we're really emotionally bonded to, we are more apt to tolerate and do things out of that emotional attachment rather than somebody we have no emotional attachment to. Or when there's people that maybe we don't even know, but they're acting out and they're doing things that we feel are so disgraceful that make us sad and sick emotionally. There's a trigger and a feeling about that. This love here, the trigger could be there, you could feel, but that emotional response is no longer there. It's so hard for me to really explain how I mean this, because you do feel it, you're not dehumanized, but it's almost like you have a split perspective almost. Okay, because here, that heart chakra, you definitely feel, but you see the higher perspective, the picture, the way everything moves and turns with each other, and each person's path and their personal karma of this lifetime and lifetimes from before, and what they're here to learn and do and be, and their potentials and their destiny to grow into. It's like seeing that higher picture of things, which therefore you no longer want to emotionally react or intervene or change things up, push against. All right, that's not saying that you agree with or accept or say, yeah, that's okay. You see a different perspective of life in all its moving parts and each and every person's place in this world. And here it's like, I don't want to lower myself to, okay, so somebody comes to you, it's really sad, they're going through a lot. This type of love is where you're not willing to lower yourself to that victim mentality. You want to be there, that like energy, that vibe where, you can allow them the healing through your light, through your comfort, through your compassion, through your empathy, but also pull them up through your strength by empowering them through the lessons gained through everything that comes their way that does challenge them, that does make them fall, that does make them struggle. It's like you can help them connect those dots, which doesn't allow anybody to remain in a victim mentality, because no matter what happens to each and every one of us, we have one of two ways to look at it. We were victimized, or it made us stronger, and we're going to be a champion, and we're going to grow, and we're going to move on, and we're going to make something beautiful out of that ugly that somebody handed us. And just depending on the severity of that ugly, it does take time to heal and to process and to understand and to filter through the trauma and the damage caused by different things. But with this love, you will always make it through, and you will always go to that higher perspective, because this love is the love of a very wise, evolved soul. It's not what most of us deal with right now in the earth plane. Okay, it's like a very immature love energy that most people experience right now in the world today. And that's not to diminish people's relationships and connections and bonds. I'm just saying there are more people in this world that have very few bonds, opposed to people who are super connected to a lot of people in a very equal, flowing, giving, harmonious way. And it's because a lot of people are not evolved enough to access these higher frequencies, this blue flame love energy. Okay, but you guys are from birth, and the soul vessel, you're meant to pull it down. And that willpower, that's that not being triggered, doesn't mean you don't feel, but you don't have that desire to lash out, to emotionally react, to wish karma on somebody. This is where you see the imbalance, the dysfunction, and opposed to wishing the harm that was given to you, you wish for the enlightenment of that soul to learn that lesson so they don't hurt or harm another. It's such a different vibe of energy. All right, so let's pull a couple more cards here. So the perfume of Sophia is coming out. And, ooh, look at karma right there. Yeah. But the difference here for you is this is where you guys exist, okay? Your vibration. And it doesn't make you better than or more than. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about energy and vibration. And, you know, a lot of people that are on the earth plane at this time, you know, there's this energy, the karma, and, you know, there's people who dispute karma. There's people that call it by other names. You know, it's just, to me, karma is your personal energy, cause and effect. What you give out is what you give back. And, you know, the life lessons that we go through is to balance our karma. All right. And some people, no matter what happens to them in life, it's like they never learn. They never connect the dots of themselves, their actions, and then what returns to them. You know, it's just all coincidence, or it's all by chance. Some people are lucky, some people are not, you know. And this type of blue flame love is like above that thinking. This right here, blue flame love, somebody who's operating from that space, connects all the dots for themselves. Okay, it doesn't mean that they never you know, go through some ego and some victimhood and all those things, but they snap out of it quick. Okay, because they understand, they realize the empowered being that each and every person is, and it's our choice every single day where we direct our thoughts, where we direct our emotions, and the choices we make there, you know, they're from all of that. It's up to us every single day. And somebody who is of a lower vibration, not accessing this energy, that's, you know, they don't connect the dots. But somebody who is of the higher vibration, just a very expanded spirit, understands that what you give out eventually has to come back to you in this lifetime or the next. And so that's why there's that wisdom of non-reaction, non-revenge, you know, a true desire of enlightenment to the soul who's harming others. Okay, it doesn't mean to just let somebody who is incredibly dangerous run amok. That's why we have a legal system, right? Because there's certain people that are very harmful to society that have to be separated from society to not further harm innocent people. All right, but I'm not talking about that so much. That's a whole different energy. And, you know, those people who are very, very harmful to others in society in a bad, negative, scary way, they operate on a very low level of energy where there is no empathy, okay, in their emotional body. It's almost like the opposite of this right here, where it is about reaction and narcissism and what's good for me, and let me satisfy myself no matter how it hurts or harms others. And others are seen as objects that are disposable rather than divine human beings that, you know, are unique and one of a kind and not dispensable in any capacity. So those people that truly hurt and harm, it's a very low vibration of energy, and they're doing a lot of work here in the karma balance. Okay, and this is the opposite, where you see the truth in all things, and you recognize the different energies that everybody is working with and operating from, and you realize that depending on somebody's level of consciousness and soul evolution is where they vibrate in the whole spectrum of love energy, because love is a very wide spectrum of vibration, and as you move along it, it changes. And this is a very high octave of that, not the highest though, not the highest. Right now, perhaps at this point in human evolution, this is the highest that we can receive at this time. And you guys are bringing that into the earth plane and being activated to these higher frequencies. And through that activation, it may be very hard for you. You may feel like, why do I have to be the bigger person? Why do I see these things? Why do I feel these things? And all these other people, they don't, and they seem to live these really good lives. And man, I do one bad thing and karma gets me like that. Well, the more evolved you are, I personally feel the faster karma catches up to you, because I can tell you for myself personally, in my life when I wasn't very awakened and not, just so small awareness, it's like I could do and say things that didn't really seem to impact me. They did, but it was like different. And then once, I was in the know, so to speak, and I totally understand, it's like if I do something that I know, it's just like boom, that quick, it comes back to me. Whether it's just in a moment where I'm triggered, where maybe I'll say something that's kind of mean that I shouldn't say, it's nothing like crazy, but it's like boom, it gets back to me like that quick. So the more that you are in awareness of self and of the universe and of energy and of others, the faster energies come back to you. So just remember that. And so don't feel so angry and mad, when you see others getting away with certain things that spirit would not even let fly in your world. It's because you're evolved beyond that, and that's why it's going to hit you so much harder and so much quicker than somebody who's not in awareness. And it's not about they're being favored and you're not. It's just, think of it like this, and I'm not saying that grown human beings are 3-year-olds by any stretch, but I'm just giving an example. If a 3-year-old throws something across the room intentionally to hit somebody, you're going to handle that a lot differently than if a 10-year-old did that. It's a level of awareness. And I feel like, in the larger scheme of things, the way the universe operates, that awareness is also at a soul evolution level, where the more you are aware, the quicker things come back to you, or the way the universe responds to you is a lot different than before you were aware. And being in awareness is great because it helps you connect better into this blue flame energy, this blue flame love, which truly unites all humans. But not everybody can even touch that, but you guys can. And you see, you're the soul vessel. Okay, you are the soul vessel in which anchors this blue flame love energy into the earth plane, but also extending it out to every human being on this planet. That is you, all right? So beautiful. And the perfume of Sophia over here on this side, you've just got to trust your journey and trust your path and know that your spirit will always find the way on your journey, even, in the situations where things feel so unfair, you're being the bigger person, you're wishing the enlightenment, but it hurts. Trust that you'll always find your way and you will always be led to that higher understanding, because the blue flame love, it supports you, it carries you, it heals you, and you've got to trust that process. And you guys are here for your mission, your journey, these frequencies, but you also have your own work that you're doing for your evolution at a personal level through your work here, okay? So some of you are going to experience some of your lessons, your soul lessons, through different relationships here on the earth plane. And I will pull some heart and soul messages for you guys, for those of you where you are really in some struggling circumstances, relationships, and connections with people. And for you guys, to me, honestly, that's to help activate you to this blue flame, and where you really start evolving into that vibration. And from there, everything just really starts making sense, and you can handle people in your life in a much easier capacity. So I want to pull some cards here to see, what spiritual growth is attached to further expanding you into this, or life lessons that, well, I shouldn't say, I don't feel like life lessons for you. I should say soul lessons. So let's see. personal mission. Yeah, you guys are doing some evolution of your soul right now that has to do with you and your eternal evolution. And look at this, we've got the light worker. So you are got the dual going on. You're doing your own evolution within yourself and your soul, but you're also here for, humanity, to help them evolve into this energy, or just even begin to touch on it. Ascension symptoms, you guys are really going to be feeling things physically and emotionally. Next is follow the prophecy, and that goes back to the Egyptian energy and like Egyptian teachings. And last week, I did recommend the Light of Egypt to read. I don't know how many of you actually are reading that, but for those of you who aren't, you might want to start looking into, things about Egypt, the symbolism, the beliefs, some sacred books. I have another Egypt book that I just bought. It's an old book, and I'll let you guys know if it's worth the purchase. It just arrived, and it's in original print, so I will read it and I will let you know if, I feel that it would bring more than the Light of Egypt did. But you guys really should be looking into like the Hermetics, the Hermetic Brotherhood, the Rosicrucian beliefs, Brotherhood of the Light, anything surrounding, Egyptology. I know Aleister Crowley has some stuff around that. I don't really get into his stuff. Like, I study it for the educational purpose to understand, but he's like involved with a lot of dark stuff. So, there's not to say there's not education in that, but I don't really get into his work. But I do know there is some stuff out there that he did about Egypt and Thoth. And one book that I am reading about his is Uranus and Neptune. He does do a good, give some good information on astrology, Uranus and Neptune. But anything Egypt, any belief system attached to Egypt, really start looking into that. Not so much to create a new belief system for yourself, but for the activations of that will happen along that journey of the reading, of the discovering. Next is Luna's energy. So you guys are very connected to the moon, and with the moon, to me, that's a strong Pleiadian influence. So there you go, Pleiadians. But with Luna's energy, there are 6 eclipses taking place this year. The first one was on January 10th. And I don't know about you guys, how much you keep up with the news and the world events, but holy moly, a lot has happened and a lot of truths being exposed. Just wow. And that's going to play out throughout all of 2020. You guys are being very impacted with each and every one of those eclipses, activations, which bring ascension symptoms, and as well as being really connected to Egypt and getting into stuff that is just not right out there on the internet that's easy to find. This is like deeper information that's harder to discover. A new site, maybe some of you guys know it already, but it's new to me, is BitChute, BITCHUT. There is not a censored site whatsoever. There's a lot of information there on various stuff, and some of the stuff I found there is what put me in a bit of a depression, just because I was like, oh my God, why, Spirit, are you showing me that this is real and it exists? Why? But again, you've got to see the darkness to understand the light, and you've got to see the light to understand the darkness. They go hand in hand. And so with Luna here, that's the light and dark to me. The sun is the light, Luna being the dark. You guys are also really going to be shown a lot of things. Spirit's going to do it to you too. So it makes me feel good that we're in this together, because sometimes when you just get exposed to different stuff, it's a lot to take in, and it's easy to slip out of that because it's so shocking, right? just some of the things that happen and go on in this world, it just tears my soul to pieces. And I'm like, oh, where am I? Like, what is this place? And I'm sure all of you go through that as well at times. And I just have to tap back into this energy and know what I'm here for, right? And you guys, that is the same. So the eclipses are powerful for you, as well as every movement of Luna. I would highly recommend you look into her daily motion, what sign she's in, what her phase is, and just take note of how you feel, you know, throughout 1 month in her different phases through different signs. That way, as she moves through the next month and the month after that, you'll have more of an idea of what you're going to go through, because you are very attached and connected to Luna's energy for your personal mission, for your own soul evolution, as well as your mission here with humanity. And you're going to feel a lot of symptoms physically as well as emotionally. You guys are getting major activations. All right, and lastly, look at that, star beings. There you go. And this is just showing me, you guys, the activations that you are receiving to help further connect you into this blue flame love energy. And Spirit didn't bring out much about, you know, connections with others through this energy. This is more about you and the growth that's going to be taking place within you guys. It's really time for you to expand into this blue flame love because of everything going on in the world. Like, the world needs so much love right now. So many people need just a love, you know, like, oh, the world just needs love. And even now telling you guys this, I just feel emotional. Like, I could totally tear up. The world needs so much love, guys. The world needs love, and not romantic love and not ego love, but love of mankind, human to human. Like, we are all in this together. We are all on this planet together, no matter what continent you are on. We are a brotherhood, a sisterhood. We are all in this together, and we need love, guys. And I think that's why Spirit had this plan for Blue Flame Love, because we all need to tap into this and turn away from the lower vibration, turn up to the higher vibration, pull ourselves up there, and from there, that's when we can really start making a change and bringing these codes down and helping others anchor into these codes and remember their humanity and their divinity and the magic of the universe, and that we are all in this together, truly 1,100%, no matter your gender, your race, how you identify yourself, your sexual orientation, your beliefs, your political beliefs, your religious beliefs. Like, we are all one family, and this is our true nature, our true essence of being, of resonating in harmony with one another, a beautiful symphony of man. And right now, it's just not that, right? And so that's why we are here, to bring this love, to remind everybody that this is truly who and what we all are inside. And so you guys are really going to be getting that strong like how I'm getting it, because it's time for more light in this world, and that means it's time to stretch and grow and be activated and shatter your current mold that you exist within, so that you can receive higher energy and share it with everybody that is here on the earth plane at this time. All right, so for those of you who are, you know, experiencing some trouble, some heartache through different relationships and connections in your life, let's pull some heart and soul divine message cards and see, you know, what's going to come out there. These are messages from their heart, from their soul, from their ego, or from your spirit guides, or you know, from other people involved, just to help you. So let's see what comes through. So we have a soul message, and it says, I never meant to hurt you like that. I am sorry that I did. It doesn't leave me. So somebody who really hurt you feels what they did, even if they don't show it, even if you don't know it. That person that really hurt you, it haunts them. Spirit wanted you to know that. Next out is a heart message, and it says, I don't show it, so you don't know how special you are to me. Well, there you go. Yeah, so you guys matter more and mean more, so much more than you're shown so much, so often. All right, and Spirit wants you to know that you are precious. A message from your tribe. It hurts me to see you hurting so much. I wish I could take your pain away. So your tribe is your collective, where you come from. They watch from afar, and as you go through your own lessons and you struggle to help, you know, humanity and your mission to be here, you know, they love you, and it hurts them. And this spiral, they send that blue flame love energy constantly to help you through it, because they don't like to see the way that you hurt sometimes. Another soul message. Thank you for all you have done and been to me. I've never given you enough credit. Wow. Okay, so first soul message. I never meant to hurt you like that. I am so sorry that I did. It doesn't leave me. Second message, heart message. I don't show it, so you don't know how special you are to me. Third, well, we got the tribe there, but soul message, third soul message. Thank you for all you have done and been to me. I've never given you enough credit. So, Starseeds, all that you have been and done for people that hurt you, screwed you over, walked away, abandoned you, took advantage of you, it haunts them in their soul, in their heart, okay? Next out is another message from your tribe. You need to heal and recover before you begin again. So your home collective now, because they see how bad you're hurting, they are really trying to come in and help lift you up into this blue flame energy, like 100, so that you see the bigger picture, so that you heal, so that you're sustained, so that it carries you. And lastly, their tribe. Okay, so the people that have hurt you here in the earth plane, tribe first, regardless of fault. And what this means is some of the people that are around, like friends, family members, attached to the people that hurt you, even though they may think what they did to you was pretty effed up, they're not going to say that. They're not going to come to your defense, because for them, it's like blood is thicker than water. You know, we're going to back up our person no matter what they do or what they say. It's almost like, you know, it's not good. I mean, it's like they're yes people around this person. Say, you know, oh, you know, you weren't wrong. They were wrong. And that's just not the case. And it doesn't matter what they're saying, because who hurt you feels it and knows it. They're haunted by it. They know that you were something special. They know that they did not give you the love and energy and gratitude and appreciation that you absolutely 100% deserve from them. They know it, okay? And your tribe, your home collective, coming in very strong, not wanting you to hurt the way that you do, not wanting you to be in that agony and that pain and wishing they could take it away, but knowing how strong you are and that you're here for a mission of your own personal accord, along with the work you're doing to represent your collective to help and uplift humanity, okay? They are there. They are offering this energy, and really, you know, tap into them. Ask them, what is this blue flame love? What is this frequency of energy? Show it to me through color. Show it to me in my dreams. Show it to me through music. Show it to me in my own emotional body, so that I understand fully. And they will. They absolutely will. All right, let's pull you guys some advice. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So that's going back to your own personal mission that you have here at this time. Next is choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. And we picked up on that message early in the reading, but there you go. It's, choosing to tap into this blue flame love no matter what, and it will always carry you. It will always sustain you. Next is wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Yep, right there. Wishing them, the enlightenment for understanding of the way they hurt and harm others. Right there. And you can, through your wisdom, opposed to your reaction. Next out is free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Blue flame love right there, 100%. That's here on Soul Vessel. That's you. Next out is guidance, and it says, you are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Yes, you are. All right, so Starseeds, that is the message in which Spirit and your collectives wanted to bring through for this week's message. And I'm gonna do a message for you guys every single week. And I really don't plan this, honestly. I do the weeklies for all the signs, and then I kind of sit with Spirit and what are we bringing the Starseeds this week, and then it comes. So this week, Spirit wanted to talk about blue flame love, and I feel that's just because of everything that's going on in the world right now, and all the eclipses that we're having this year, and all the big changes, and just everything that's going on. You guys, to stay strong, to stay grounded, as well as to be the inspiration for others, you've really got to be connected into this blue flame energy 1000%. And your team really helping you with that right now, and some of you in the struggle because of different relationships and connections in the earth plane that you have really hurting you, and your team wants you to know to remain in the higher space, because you're not wrong, you didn't deserve it, and honestly, by your grace, who harmed you is going to learn a lesson. All right. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers. You are that master and teacher for that person by you remaining in this higher place, okay, and leading through the light, opposed to reacting and retaliating against or wishing harm upon who brought that against you. You guys are strong, but you are you are becoming ever stronger, and a lot of ascension symptoms, because it's like you're breaking free. It's almost like this, you see this person here in the light underneath breaking free, and then the star being the true you emerging through the free spirit, the soul vessel right there. Okay, so those are your messages, Starseeds. I'm wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.